So now that you have those two layers, I believe we're on step number 9. And step number 9 says remove the background around your object. Make sure that that layer is selected. Again, I just went over this. You can tell it's selected because there will be a blue box around it. So hopefully you guys can see this blue box. You can see there are even blue little corners around that group of bananas. Okay, so that one's selected. If it's not, you want to tap on it over here on the right. Okay, so I just tapped on that. Step number 10, once the object layer is selected, tap on cutout at the bottom of the screen. So let's see here, I gotta adjust a little bit so you guys can see that. So here's cutout down here. So I'm gonna tap on that. Okay. Step number 11, in the cutout screen, have smart and subtract selected. So which one is smart? Down here at the bottom, smart looks like it was automatically selected down here. Subtract, we have add and subtract. I'm gonna tap on subtract, so I have subtract selected and smart selected. It says, once they are selected, tap on the background and watch it disappear. So it's kind of like light right now, but you can still kind of see that there is like that white box that's around, you know, part of that photo of the banana. So I'm gonna start tapping on the white part. And it's kind of hard to see in the video to see that disappearing. But, oh, there we go. So you can probably start to see it's disappearing as I tap my finger over top of it. Okay, so if you take too much off, like I just did here, I'm gonna tap on add, and I'm gonna add that back in. Okay, now I can go back to subtract, and if there's anything left, maybe I'll take off some of these little spikes. I like them, but maybe there's just like too many. I'm almost like using my finger like a paintbrush and just kind of like going over just the areas. And again, look, if I go over it and I take off a whole chunk of bananas on accident, that's okay. Go back to add, highlight add, go back over that area and add it back in, okay? So I think maybe I'll take away like one more of those little green things. I took away 2, that's good. And so I cut out the background. That was step number 11. Step number 12 says, once finished, tap on the check mark on the right hand side. And so down here at the bottom right hand corner, there's the check mark. I'm gonna tap on it and check it out. We can kind of see what that looks like, right? So you can see that I got most of the background gone. There's like a little bit up here, a little bit of, zoom in on that. A little bit of white background still left there. There's like a little bit over here. So I'm gonna go back into cutout. I'm gonna try to zoom and have subtract selected. I'm gonna get rid of that. I took off some more of that green stuff. I don't really care, that's fine. So I'm gonna see if it's good again. And I'm just like pinching and pulling with my fingers to get that. And I'm pretty happy with that, right? I got away all of the background at this point. Okay, so step number 13. It says resize the object by pinching and pulling with your fingers. So kind of like what I was just showing you with the zooming, right? If you want to zoom in, you're resizing it really, or zoom out, you're resizing it. So you could even turn it, twist it. You could be like Rene Magritte and have a little bit of, we'll look at Son of Man again. See and notice a little bit of his face is showing, right? We talked about how his eyes are showing. That's why we think it's a self-portrait or a selfie. That's why you guys are doing this project. Going back over to my project. So maybe you want a little bit of your eyes peeking out like that, right? You can have it positioned any which way that you like. Maybe you want it this way. Or maybe you want it just a little bit bigger. Maybe you only want one eye showing, right? Any position that you like. Okay, so that's step number 13. And then it says move the object to where you want over your face, then tap on the back arrow on the top left of the screen. So let me readjust so you guys can see that. So here's the arrow that I'm talking about. It's that little like carrot the back arrow. So I'm going to tap on that when I'm happy with it, and see it's kind of saving it right now. That's what we want. You then want to, it got saved to my Photoshop mix, but I want you guys to save it to the camera roll. So you're going to tap on this up arrow. Okay, so you can see there's a plus sign in a box, there's the up arrow, and then there's the trash. Okay, don't delete it on accident. You want to save it to the camera roll. So I'm going to tap on the up arrow, and we want to save it to the camera roll. I'm going to tap on camera roll, and then it says it's saving. It tells you when it's completed. We can tap OK. Go over to the photo library, and I can tap on that and double check that it's in there. Here it is. Okay. And then finally, the last step on the handout says upload the image to Artsonia and complete the reflection. So let me show you guys how to upload that to Artsonia. I'm going to go into Artsonia. Here I am. I'm going to add my artwork. And I'm going to put this, you guys, yours will say Surreal Selfie Portrait. Mine's not popping up because I'm not really in a grade, but yours will say Surreal Selfie Portrait, and put it in there. And now you're not taking a picture of anything because it's already on the iPad, right? So notice that down here on the bottom right hand corner it says import. Tap on import. It is located in the camera roll, right? That's what that little window that popped up is saying. It's really hard to see, but you want to tap on camera roll. And it should be in one of these folders, recently added or just in the camera roll. And it should be in there somewhere. So there's mine, right? So then you can work on cropping it. I think I want to keep my whole image. I'm going to hit next, and it will ask you questions. You want to answer at least one of the questions. When you're happy with that, hit submit. I do want you guys to title these. So think about Rene Magritte. He titled his Son of Man. What are you going to title yours? Think about what makes sense for you. And when you're ready, hit submit, and then it gets sent to me for review. And that is the end of creating your Surreal Selfie portrait and uploading it to Artsonia.